So, for those that don't know me, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Mira. Oh, please, it's here. Did we try it? Yes. Okay. So, see it. Okay. Oh, is it this way? Oh, so oh, whatever. Sorry, guys. Okay. So I'm Mira Mishkovic. I'm a registered physical therapist and osteopathic manual practitioner, and I'm BNS trained and mechanistic certified therapist. So the so before we start, actually, Lola is going to do a little prayer for all of us. I hope you're open to prayers. So if you're not, just skip it. But we are very much okay. So Lola will do it.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say it's my pleasure and to be with all of you here and with everyone who is watching there. So I'm just going to read the prayer, beautiful prayer that we have put together. Dear God, thank you for bringing each of us here today. We know we are not here by accident. Every person in this space was guided here for a reason. Thank you, God, for bringing this message, what we are going to share and learn today, to all those who truly need to hear it. We know that everyone here and everyone connected to this moment has been divinely guided. Thank you for reaching the people who have been waiting for these informations so they can begin their journey towards better health, deeper fulfillment, greater joy, and more vibrant life. As we begin, we ask you for presence to be with us. Help us to feel open, calm, and ready to receive. Guide us as we learn how to better support our bodies and take care of ourselves in a deeper, more aligned way. Show us what our next steps are gently, clearly, and in a way that feels right. And remind us that we are supported, we are capable, and we are never doing this alone. We are so grateful to be here today. Amen.
Mhm. Um, so thank you, Lola. I just wanted to say a little bit why we are doing this Thrive Naturally workshops. Because I have as a also very well conditioner, I have a lot of people coming to me with various health challenges. And on top of biomechanical issues that I tend to work with, they come up with a lot of biochemical conditions that are needing this kind of chemistry involved. And so for years, I've been sending people to natural doctors before I opened my own clinic, which is 6 years ago. Um, and now in the clinic we are doing it together with so I brought Dr. Pierce and Lola to help us understand a little bit what's happening and how actually hormones influence function of almost all our organs and what we can actually do about it. So okay. So yeah, many people think that because a lot of people are feeling similar conditions and they think it's just normal, oh, it's just part of the age that I'm in, or they think it's just part of the deal. Okay, so and we are here to share the truth. That's actually it's not normal. We are meant to be happy and full of energy and joy every single second, okay, of the day. Whenever we are not there, there is something that's causing it. And that's what we are going to discuss today. And go this way. Okay. So we have Dr. Garris. So please, okay. So she's our naturopathic doctor. And she's a medical doctor, neurologist from Europe. And she's also a registered acupuncturist. So she has a wealth of knowledge, and I'm so happy to learn from her. She is amazing, literally. I'm so impressed. So hopefully you will get. I told her like just go a little bit, for us that don't know that much about it, so that we can understand. So she'll try to kind of simplify it for us.
Yeah, and thank you everyone because we are really glad to see you here. Especially on such an important topic as hormones, because this is very small molecules, very small messages that communicate to the whole body and communicate in between them. And they have a lot of different functions that influence in the metabolism. So hormones definitely play a role in how our body works, slow down or improves metabolism. So, and of course, metabolism will influence the weight. So if hormones are out of the balance, so obviously we will mostly gain weight, or sometimes people are losing weight. So whenever we have those conditions, we have to go to the root of the problems and look at the way how it's influenced, what influences weight actually. Sleep cycle. So it's all related to the hormones because like the sleep hormone, melatonin, is produced in our body as well. And depending on how we are sleeping, how many hours, what is the quality, that will influence our hormones. Because if we didn't have a good sleep, so that means that we are actually that will influence the rhythm of hormones. Usually, let's say cortisol has to be the highest in the morning, but if it was not a good sleep, it energy, it causes inflammation in different areas. And it's not only the single hormones, not only the one single hormone, but many hormones will have like functions that interchangeable in between them. So, and how actually hormone works? So it's very small molecules that are under the control of our brain. Like in our brain are glands that will produce hormones that will stimulate or inhibit the other different hormones that are located in our body. So, and in brain, there is very specific area, limbic system. So that means that, it's very influenced by emotions. So brain will take all the stimuli from outside world, and that's our environment. That's probably especially our emotions, but, even how the daylight is enough or not enough. So that's everything brain will analyze and produce molecules, hormones to the other glands that are located in our body. So basically inhibitory or stimulating. And then the different glands like thyroid glands or ovaries or pancreas, adrenals, they will produce again small molecules, hormones that will be targeted and will go to the cells. And depending on cell reaction, how much response will give the cell, our body will receive response. So as you see, the whole way, how the signals are translated from the brain to other glands, and then from the glands to the cells and to the tissues and organs, all of this pathway will influence how our hormone works. And so, and definitely, you will see that that's very important to have kind of the structures in the body. So any nutrient deficiency, any toxic overload, that's everything will influence how our body will work. So for example, if you have hormone, let's say maybe insulin, and it's produced, and usually that's if it's normal healthy cells, hormones are they looks like a key that will go inside the lock and open the cell, so let the healthy cell function well. So in example with insulin, when insulin will bind the cell, so the cell will take all excessive sugar and burn it for energy. But if you have a problem with this lock, so hormone cannot react. For example, if the cells are deficient in chromium,
then it will block receptor, and the insulin cannot activate the cell. So no cell will not react, will not take sugar, will not burn it for energy. So we will have excessive sugar in our blood, and that's actually damages all organs and vessels in our system. So that's why it's very important to see like what nutrient deficiency or how the cells is in its cell. So obviously healthy cell will give healthy response, and damaged cells or deficient will give deficient response. Again, so that's why it will influence how the signals will go from organ to organ, from gland to gland, and have effect on our body. So, and as we see, so all of those hormones, they're very, very small molecules, but they have significant impact and communication with all cells of the body. And maybe the most important of them is at the current time, we have adrenal glands that are situated on top of the kidneys. And in any stress reaction, and a lot of people have a lot of stress in current times, so they will produce, so the brain will react again, or any stimuli from the outside or inside, and will produce adrenocorticotropic hormone. So hormones that will stimulate adrenals to react as well. So when cortisol is released, it converts our body in survival state. So that means, you know, it does everything that keeps us to fight in this fight and flight reaction. So what does it mean? So we need, when we are in state of fight or flight, we need a lot of energy. So sugar will be, so that means cortisol will influence the liver, and liver will produce more from glycogen, more sugar, so that sugar will be burned for energy. And when this happens, yeah, and in stress, more cortisol reacts in such a way that it will deposit fats in our body around the waistline specifically, because like fat could be burned for energy as well, and body reacts in such a way that maybe it will not get more food or needs more energy, so it kind of tries to store it. And especially it bounded around the waistline, because in such a way that it happens that here it's more receptors that will react to cortisol, not in other part of the body, but specifically in this area, they are more sensitive to cortisol. But so cortisol will influence not only liver, it will influence the insulin as well, and it will influence thyroid. So thyroid will go down, so metabolism slows down. And of course, you know, I guess like seldom people did not experience that reaction on ourselves, because, you know, when you have a fatigue, thoughts rushing, you cannot choose or do made right decision, or you have insomnia, or you know, pains everywhere, migraine. So it's everything related to stress reaction to cortisol in our body. And it actually helps to survive, because it has effect on immune system as well, and that's decreasing inflammation, but only in acute state. So that's why the very popular conventional remedies, cortisol injections for pain, but that's only in acute state. When we have chronic stress, when we constantly under the effect of influence of different thoughts, gadgets, emotions, then it's chronic state. And in chronic stress, cortisol effect will be a little bit different. So that why continuously will be increased sugar, increased fat deposits, and immune system actually will go down, because that's suppressing immune system. And in a long time, we will have no effect, no ability to fight infections or viruses. Okay, so definitely losing weight, that's the major problem that people struggle in, especially when they are in stress. Obviously, that's related to the food that we are eating, but to lose weight, it's not only the willpower, because if that's something inside our body, so we need, and that's actually hormonal changes. So we need to find out what's going on with our hormones, because as we see on excessive weight and on fat deposits, play a role not only cortisol that we just discussed, but other hormones as well. So let's say the insulin, if you develop the insulin resistance, so that will lead again to cholesterol increase and to fat deposits all around, that even if you're not eating, body accept this as a stress and trying to collect more fat around the waistline instead of losing this. And female hormones. So usually in stress, there is pathways that we develop more estrogens, and again, it leads to developing more fat around the waistline, because here in this area, more receptors that will react to estrogen, excessive estrogens, and develop more weight gain. So especially in visceral fat. And visceral fat, when we have a lot of like fat inside our abdomen, not only under the skin, it has the ability to produce inflammatory inflammatory components. So that means, you know, body become even more swollen. And when it's swollen, more toxins will be accumulated. Again, weight will be just increased, and we have more and more difficulties to lose weight. And again, as we saw in previous slide, how the cells are reacting. So when the cell is healthy, so they will give healthy response. But when it's overloaded with different toxins, so definitely we will not get any response, and no effect of hormones will see on our body. So I know it was a little bit, you know, maybe too much information. So is it, everything is okay so far? Any questions? Can we continue?
Feel free to say it. Is
Okay.
it like a lot of conversation for you? It's no, or
Okay.
not? Can you connect
Okay,
the dots?
yes.
A lot. A lot.
Okay, so
I know.
So
There's like
you-
so many things that's relevant here, especially the past year when it has been very difficult. I see so many things in my body, and now everything that you're talking about is literally on there. So I'm
On there,
"Oh my
yes.
God, how do I fix it?"
Yes, that's coming.
yeah, and I guess, you know, usually, I don't know if maybe somebody did not experience, you know, but that's morning again, you know, like low energy, you cannot function very well, you know, because every time it happens, you know, life is not just straight up and downs, but you're learning lessons, you're doing changes, and you continue. Okay, so, and the next, definitely, you know, that's very important about the estrogens, because they have effect on our muscle component, bones, on our fertility, on our vessels, fat deposits, like everything. And there is different, yeah, so that's how the hormone works. But when we are talking about the estrogens, so that's very important to know that there is different type of estrogens. One are natural that are produced in our body. The other are called xenoestrogens. Xenoestrogens, that's the estrogens that comes from outside, like any plastics, any organophosphoric like substances that are sprayed by any plants or crops or any vegetables that we are eating. They have very strong estrogenic effect in our body, and in body they call xenoestrogens. But to counteract them, and they have actually, you know, like, so such a huge effect on cells that they're producing more tissues, growing fibroids, causing dysmenorrhea, causing fibrocystic breast disease or polycystic ovarian syndrome. So all of those estrogen excess problems. So to counteract them, we have phytoestrogens, so the substances that comes from plants. They have very weak function, but they can block the same receptors. So, and then when receptor is blocked by phytoestrogen, then those bad, harmful xenoestrogens, they cannot bind anymore. So that's kind of the effect of hers, because sometimes people asking, I have excess estrogen, why do I have to take phytoestrogens even more? But that's only because we want to counteract the effect of strong estrogens. So, and that's kind of the reason why people are recommended to go on organic diet, so less pesticides, herbicides, make less xenoestrogens in our body. And for how to avoid this excess, obviously, food that we mentioned, any plastics, environmental toxins, that everything help to avoid excessive estrogen. And then it goes into the, when we have any excess estrogen, goes into the liver for detox. So the first step is to make it more active, then to connect with glutathione and other stuff. It goes into the gallbladder, and that's eliminated into the intestine. So again, on each of these steps, when we have any deficiency, because we can have like vitamins deficiency or zinc, magnesium, B vitamins, or maybe when we have a glutathione deficiency, we're trying to harmful substance active estrogen to connect and eliminate. So that will disrupt all of this cycle, and we will have excessive, continue to have excessive estrogen. But even when it's connected and eliminated, when it goes into intestinum, it's still very important that we have regular bowel movement, good bacteria in our intestine, because if it doesn't happen, estrogen can be deconjugated again and be absorbed back into the circulation and continue to have effect on our body. So that's kind of, why the whole body is interconnected. We have problem with, seems like only with estrogen dominance, but that's affected by liver, like very prominent here, and by intestinum. If it's not, if intestinum doesn't work properly, then we will continue to have this balance. Okay, and the other problem people frequently experience, and maybe that is the hair thinning. Again, it's not only the one condition that causing this, because hair growth goes through different stages. Stages when it continue to grow, and stages when it's just resting. Usually grows couple of years and resting that couple of months, and then sheds off, and the other follicle will grow. But whenever we have any thyroid issue, so obviously, the hair will be thinning and falling out. A condition with stress, it just prolongs this stage, telegenic stage, when it continues to be just in this condition, not growing, just resting. And nutrients deficiency, so the hair could be breathable and thinning, estrogen deficiency, or testosterone excess, so that will either to decrease hair growth, or maybe testosterone will even increase the hair growth on our body, like in the places where we don't want to. So then when we have the problem with hair, then all of those organs has to be influenced, like all hormones, not only thyroid, but female hormones, male hormones, adrenals, so that's to support, to decrease stress, and nutrient support that will everything influence the how our hair looks like. And yeah, serotonin, of course, that's a very important hormone and neurotransmitter that's produced in our intestinum. It plays a role in our mood and our digestion, happy hormone, right? So again, so we touched a little bit all hormones, and the one of the more important as well is melatonin produced in pineal gland in our brain, and that's influencing all circadian rhythms and cycles, how we sleep, waking, the quality of sleep. And during the sleep, it's very important because our system regenerates. So again, the rhythm, the hormones, a lot of hormones fluctuating according to our circadian rhythm. So that's why it's important to sleep at night and function at a day, especially that this hormone melatonin is produced only in full darkness. So it's not produced when we have even the slightest light somewhere. And again, it's not only sleep, it's our mood, it's antioxidant, it prevents even from cancer, it prevents from depression and general well-being as well. And so how we diagnose all of those hormonal disbalances? So obviously, the symptoms, subjective symptoms, or what you're telling us. Usually that's fatigue, weight gain, and then specific hormones that could be related to some specific hormonal disbalances. Objective signs that when we can palpate or see that thyroid is abnormal, or we can palpate, let's say, fibroids, cyst, something that's visible on the body. Different blood work, so hormones could be checked in blood, like cortisol, blood sugar, insulin, thyroid hormones, but extended panels, because usually when we are trying to do naturopathic treatments, so it's a little bit more extended to understand why it happens. And frequently, as you see from the previous slides, that blood work seems normal, but still there is no effect and you feel weakness. And that's because if the body is full of different toxins, so that's what's going on in our body. Saliva test, urine test, and different imaging, if it's needed, it could be done as well. And there is a lot of different solutions that we can offer, different treatments, including osteopathy, acupuncture, different herbs and supplements. And especially, we have a quick solution for you, because it could be all the symptoms can be fixed with essential oils that works very well as well. So, and we have here beautiful Lola, who will help us to understand, how to make the quick solution for the problem we just discussed.
So, I was just going to introduce Lola. So, Lola, she's our holistic health educator. Did we turn it on? Okay, and she's been living this lifestyle, and that's why she's here to teach us what she's been doing to have amazing health for her family and herself. She's been in this lifestyle for over 15 years, pure natural, and she had amazing results of helping lots of people using this sort of God's given tools to there you go. Okay, so here's Lola.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's working.
Thank you, Dr. Garris. It was a lot of
Thank you for
Where is the
Mira.
okay, great. Thank you so much for introducing me, Mira. And what I want to share is like that we are all at different stage and everyone is doing the best. And I just want to remind everyone that taking one day at a time and doing the best as you can and always trying to improve more, that's very important. And just to understand that everyone comes, someone started earlier, someone started later, it's never too late. So that's one of the things to understand, that we are all at a different stage. So as Dr. Garrison, she was explaining and looking more deeper into it, like about the root cause, what is causing these things and what is so important to understand and to know of hormonal imbalance, that there are so many different ways how hormones are being disrupted, and we can come to the toxic exposure, to the things like what is, what we are using, what we are cleaning the house, that we will touch a bit about gut health, liver overload, nutrient deficiencies, and stress, and the lifestyle. So different things like with the toxic load that we have, it can be in fragrances, candles, cleaning products, in so many things. How do we take care of our house, and how we are exposed to pesticide processing food and other stuff. Another thing, it's about gut health that Dr. Gerson, she was talking about that. And on the next workshop in June that we will have, it's going to be like more in a depth. So she touched that. And another one is as well liver overload. It's going to be more explained in June in a workshops that we are going to take a look how we can open the detox pathways that are sluggish and how we can actually help the body to get rid of the toxins. Another thing which is very important, it's nutrients deficiencies, like the soil has been depleted, there's no iodine in the soil and so many other things. So what is very important that we need mineral, omega fatty acids, amino acids, vitamins, and other stuff as well. So how do we connect these symptoms? How do we go, as Dr. Gerson, she was talking about hair thinning, stubborn, belly fat, fatigue, poor sleep, brain fog, and other stuff. So body is always talking to us. And I think we forgot to listen to our body. I don't know what happened, that whole humanity just forgot to think about main things, and body always talk to us. So sometimes we live in a very toxic body that we even forget that this is not normal. So that thing is like very important to touch. What changes need to be implemented that we can have a beautiful life, like full of energy, there's no fatigue, we have a regular sleep, and our hormones are balanced, so we are like all fully. And even though if we are like, let's say in our 70s or 80s, we should have like full energy and live really like a good healthy life. So the things that we can attach, what we said before, it's reduce toxic loads, heal the gut, support liver detox, nourish with real food, prioritize the quality sleep, manage stress, move your body, build foundations daily, which we will talk about that. Environmental changes, we said that, how it touch, like how big changes and how it can touch our body. Like, let's say if you take a Windex and you are spraying on the window and cleaning that thing straight goes, and it's chemicals. They come straight into your lungs, which is very important to understand what we are using, so we can use more cleaner home products. We can make them, we can buy, we can talk about that more. Food changes, what is very important is to eat whole food and to understand how we have to eliminate the things that are like industrial and processed food, because that's causing so many disruptions in our body. I'm plant-based mama, and I do have like a family that I'm raising, so we always introduce, and whatever people can, like the cleaner you eat, the better you will be, but the plant-based is something that we love to use. Healthy fats, fiber, blood sugar balance, less processed food, no additives, hydration is very important. Clean water, as we said, everyone is at different levels. I personally use distilled water, and I do have my own machine that I'm making my own water. But if you have a filtered water that you can use, that's a great thing as well. So it's important, the cleaner you go, the better it is. So to reduce toxins in every single way, it's so important. Now what we understand how hormone works and how these signals can become very disrupted, which Dr. Gerson explained. And that next question is like, what can we actually do about that? How can we now do the things that can actually help remove these toxins, open detox pathways, and to get like very nourishing food in us, and to use the great supplementations that actually can help us feel opposite than what we talk about. So another thing is, which Mira will come and she will talk about that, it's a power of the pause. So she's going to bring the oil, I think it's a peppermint and the cheer that she choose. And if she, Mira, can you please come and just help with that as well? Yeah, if you just open it and put, Yeah, just put on a hand. Or here, I will give you.
So.
I will take.
Because I won't be that long.
Would you like? If you just put, it's gonna help you wake you up and get you like feelings like you're really like freshness. I use that oil as well for fever. I use it for headaches. Yeah, for headaches, it's so important. So you just can put it in here. Take a picture, connect this habit, is that okay? Same it. For headaches, it's
Me too. Thank you. Oh, it's too strong. I should have.
You should just massage it.
Just go soft with breath in. I'm always going backwards. Okay, so yes. So now that we understand a little bit what's happening, what hormones are, and how they actually kind of integrate into throughout our whole body, we'll just go and thank you, Lola, for explaining the causes. We are going to go to what we can actually do about it. Okay, so I'm just going to share the quick one that I learned recently, and it's what we just did. Okay, so it's called power of the pulse. Okay, so basically, because stress comes throughout the day, any millisecond it can happen. It's text messages gets your up. Okay, so what we do is we can just do this very quickly. So you can use different oils. So we weren't sure which one to use. So today we used peppermint, but you can use serenity. It's more calming, or wild orange. We can share with them. Yeah, or there is balance. So they can try different ones. Balance. So peppermint is more for energy, which she will go over a little bit more. Sorry? Yeah, just like, yeah, maybe this is not, because the peppermint is very strong, so it kind of gets you. Or you can put it in your hand too. Okay, so basically just getting your favorite oil, or it can be adaptive because it's for stress. And then basically you just put it in your hands as we just did. Okay, and then rub your hands together and just take a breath. And then hold for a few seconds, like 5 or 10 seconds, how long you can hold. And then let go and breathe out. And we can do that several times, okay? So you can repeat a few times. We can just do it together now for like 20 seconds or so. So breath in again. I have only peppermint, so it's really waking me up. It's like, woo, energy, huge energy booster. And we can just do one more time. So breath in. People that are online, you can do the same. If you have any little oil or something that smells good, like a rose, you can do the same. So what it does, because it's aromatic use of this oil, it hits directly to your limbic system, and it causes automatic sort of calming you down. That's the quick one. And okay, so in terms of the products, as we said, there are countless products on the market for hormonal support and in general, and there is a lot of confusion what to use, okay, and where to get your products. So our clinic chooses doTERRA products for several reasons. Because they are extremely powerful and deliver amazing out of the world results. It's really like I'm still stuck, like it's unbelievable, literally. So in terms of the quality, extremely high standards for testing, and Lola will go a little bit more in depth in that. And they backed by research, because they do a lot of research. It's by third party tested, and to make sure that each single drop is exactly what it's supposed to be. So drop in Canada is the same as drop in France. So, and Lola. Okay, so there's a lot of studies that are done on using of these oils for different conditions. So for stress and cortisol, we have clary sage, lavender that will go a little bit more into when Lola comes with lavender also. And then for estrogen, oxytocin, and hormone studies. So again, clary sage is very predominant. For PMS symptoms, lavender and rose and grapefruit. For menstrual cramps, lavender, clary sage, rose. A lot of studies there. For menopause symptoms, again, lavender is predominant, as well as sage. And Lola will go a little bit more into
Details.
yes.
Okay, I have one question. How did you feel by putting these pure, like oils, like did you, that's amazing thing, because what Mira shared was like peppermint, which really is like so fresh and pick me up. Like if you are tired and in the morning you need to wake up your kids or yourself, I would just put peppermint in diffuser and it goes straight into your lungs. Wild orange was very uplifting, which is like abundant oil, and the balance is very grounding. That's why you feel like relax and calm down. So there's so many reasons why I choose the doTERRA, and I would just mention a couple of them. They are CPTG tested, pure and certified, and it means like you cannot get the better and more cleaner products. And as well, doctors use them in states, and you have opportunity when you come to the doctors. They ask you, would you rather go with pharmaceutical drugs, or would you rather go and use natural supplementations and oils into healing your body? So it's really unmatched potency. And one of the main reasons why I love them is because they go in all indigenous places through the whole world, and they look for indigenously grown plants, trees. Like let's say turmeric comes from beautiful India, and we can grow turmeric maybe here on in Utah, but the potency and the quality will never be the same. So that's a fence, yes, which is beautiful. So pure, you can trust. And maybe one of my favorite reasons why I love the doTERRA is because it touched the whole community. You get education, and it changed the world. Your best friends becomes from there, and it really changed the way how you live, how you think. And then you are growing and you are sharing with your family and friends, and you meet so many incredible people that really does make huge difference. I already said CPTG quality, sourced with a purpose. It's ethically and sustainably sourced from the best growing regions around the world. So this is beyond organic. When we do have herbs, trees, flowers that are sourced ethically and from indigenously growing places, it's just beyond organic. Multiple layers of support stress, sleep, hormones, energy, and many other different ways, which is very important as well. Then there supports the whole body wellness. It works with your body to promote balance, homeostasis, and long-term vitality. We did this one, did we? No. So, okay. Am I going? Yeah, I just have to go. Yes, I got it. So 2 ways to support the body, like what we need to look into it. Like if you take a look on symptom support, you can absolutely support stress, sleep, energy, like the body, and you can emotional overwhelm or fatigue. But another thing is like foundational wellness. So what is the difference between these two? How do we collect them, and how can we make sure that there is a very long-term transformation happens? And if you take a look on symptom support, it's like sometimes the first layer of relief is exactly what someone needs to begin healing. If we go on the next one slide, we're going to see it's symptomatic support. Why do we do it, and what is the reason? It's because you want to feel better now. And how do we do it? How we address, there's fatigues, there's like hormonal imbalance, but then what do we need to do next? Why focus on symptomatic support? It's like because you want to have relief today, foundation through tomorrow, and transformations for life. And these becomes like a healthy habits. That's what we are building and going, like slowly until we get hang of it, and then we move forward. And I'm sure no one wants to go back where you feel tired and you can't walk and you don't have enough energy. So symptomatic support helps you feel better now by addressing the signs and symptoms impacting your daily life. So how do we calm the stress? Now that we take a look into different things, what we can do, regulating cortisol, which Dr. Lyudmila was talking about, and nervous system overload. She already did all common signs and support. What we choose adaptive blend, which is supplementations that is really high in GABA. And GABA is a break. When we do have a high cortisol, it's like driving the car, like going at a speed. We need proper GABA working. That's like a break where it's balancing the whole body. Then we choose adaptive balance and vetiver of oils that can help us calming with the stress. Another thing is like, how do we restore sleep that Dr. Gerson, she was talking about? It promotes deep restorative sleep and relaxations. We choose a Serenity capsules and Serenity sleep, which is like Serenity stick and valerian, which I will put on around the heart and on my thyroid, and in the nighttime that's must have for me as well. Serenity oil you put in diffuser where you really feel calmness, and I put usually an hour, 2 hours before bed, so I'm setting up the strong foundation that my sleep will be proper and nice. And balance oil, which we already spoke about, calming and grounding. For energy and mental clarity, we do have energy support, which is Meta Power capsules. They are really absolutely amazing. Peppermint oil, you already try wild orange as well. And cheer is another one. If you have Mira around, it will be amazing for them just to smell and see. I don't know if it's on a side. Cheer is my favorite. I use it as a perfume, and it's like really one of the top emotions oils. So it's one of the main things that I love. Another thing, how do we reduce craving and metabolic chaos, supporting blood sugar and emotional eating? I would love, if it's okay, would you mind to pass? It's right on the side. There is a Meta Power beadlets right here under. Yes, yeah, right there.
Okay, so I'm just preparing the.
Yes, if they open it and take it. If they, you can open. It's like a little beadlets. So there's 1/4 of one drop. Yeah, so you can, yes, they can taste it. So this is absolutely amazing that can help us, like supporting blood sugar and emotional eating. So I always have it. It's teeny tiny, and it's so handy to put in the purse and the go, which is a great thing. So common signs, sugar cravings, belly fat resistance, and energy instability. Yeah, it is.
Can you just tell them a little bit Meta Power advantage?
Yes, it's a collagen. Yeah, it's absolutely one of the amazing things where people have.
Sorry. Can you just explain for beadlets what the purpose is?
Yeah. So
what do they do with it? Because they are not sure.
So it's supporting your metabolic health, and it's really like for the cravings and these things. It helps you suppress appetite. So if you are overeating, and sometimes we do eat emotionally, so we don't actually need the food, but our body is just craving. I want to have that chocolate in the midnight and I really want it, but we need to look more deeper into ruse. What are emotions hiding and what is behind that? So I have it very handy. You can take a look. It's so easy and it's very light. So there's 1/4.
No, mine.
Oh, you can try. Yeah, absolutely. So there's 1/4 of 1 drop in that. So it's easy. They have supermint, peppermint, others as well.
The audience.
So
Yes, and show one for you, take one for you, and then show them how it works.
it helps your blood sugar.
Good for cravings.
Yeah. So it helps your blood sugar stability. And it really, as Dr. Gerson mentioned, all the
And then
things.
can you just say about collagen advantage of just serving people?
Absolutely. How did you like some?
Virtual, also, they are missing this, okay?
Someone says, wow, this is so good. So collagen is very important for our health, and
Good flavors, flower,
cherry,
pomegranate.
pomegranate, yes, and the cherry. And what they choose, you can try it. Veselin said it was great. It was so delicious. And as we are aging, we really need it. And the collagen is very important for our skin and for the whole body. So what they help, like with so many things that we do have with energy and stability, that's the reason why we choose different things for metabolic support system and additional oils, which is grapefruit oil. We all know how grapefruit helps with liver detox. So what is very important in these oils, that they are very concentrated. We use them for internally. So I will put in my water, if I put lemon or ginger oil or grapefruit, I know through the day that it's going to help my liver detoxing, and which in these days with so many toxins, the liver, it's very overstimulated, and there so many people unfortunately have fatty livers, and our body just got too much, like with it overloaded with the toxins because we are getting so many processed foods and stuff.
Fatty liver, a lot of people, like a lot of my patients have fatty liver, and they're like, oh yeah. It's like, wow, that's what
Alcohol. Like if we see people with the baggy
so
eyes.
common, they think it's just fine. And my doctor told me it's just fine. And liver is like your major cleaner.
Absolutely.
It's like
you
have dirty cows that you never open the windows. But you're doing a lot of perfumes, you're cleaning a lot. But you never open the window. I mean, it's congested. So liver is number one, and kidneys. Okay, so fatty liver is not a good thing, and it's not okay. And
No.
oh yeah, I just have fatty liver. You probably know, like at least half of your friends are having fatty liver. Young ones too. I have girls
Young, which is so
she's
sad.
Like 23, fatty liver, and she's extremely slim lady. Beautiful.
Too much processed food, and like a coffee
All
and
the
the
things that we
things.
discussed already.
Yes, it really causes so many issues. So we should just take better care. So hormonal support cycle and hormonal balance. We choose the different supplementations, which really helps regulating and getting the hormones back to the balance. So it's phytoestrogen support, bone nutrient support, and we choose clary, sage, geranium, and thyme. Actually, essential oils that we use for helping us. So you can take a look. I made little perfumes, and there's a rose oil inside. There is a rosemary, clary, sage, thyme, geranium, ylang ylang, which is very important. So instead of using chemicals in my body, I don't want to put anything on my skin unless I can eat it. So they look really cute, teeny tiny. You can pass and they can smell them. So it helps the body. So why wouldn't I be more conscious?
I'm going to pass around Rose. You can just mention.
Yes, rose oil is, she's a queen of all oils.
Just put it if you want, like here, whatever.
It's antibacterial. It has a roller that's with a stainless steel. So it's like antibacterial, so it doesn't pass anything to anyone. So rosemary, patchouli, thyme, geranium, clary, sage, like those oils, I use them on daily basis. Like when I'm doing my laundry, I have a woolen ball and I put these oils because let's say if I'm washing the sheets, I want to make sure that it's helping me to balancing the hormones and helping in my body. If I'm making the laundry detergent, I make sure ylang ylang and geranium goes in. Another thing, what this says is, so you can chase the symptoms forever. And if we are going and like, oh, I have this and that, or build the foundations and heal deeper. So let's see what is it. But foundations change every single thing. And that's something that we need to address to understand why we are doing, why we are using the things that we're supposed to do. So now that we learn about all these incredible things, understanding a little bit how body works and what's going on actually in the body, why we feel tired, why we have a fatty belly, or why we have fatigue and we can't move on, which Dr. Garrison, she mentioned all of them. And now we saw like what things we can use. Now we are, like in the situation to say, okay, I saw all of these. What is my next step? What do I do and how do I change? Because I don't want to feel like this or that. And I'm so grateful that each of you came here. And it really means you're taking your time after your work or whatever you were doing and you want to invest in you. So with a healthy, what we choose, there's like a healthy habit kits, what we love to use for the main foundation thing, which is VMG, Omega, and PB Restore. Another thing is like, are you ready to balance your hormones? Your body deserves it. Waiting isn't the answer. The best time to start is today. If you feel the nudge, go for it. Anything is better than nothing. You are worth it. So you can support your body, restore your energy, reclaim your balance, become you best. So now what we choose, there's a different kits that we can choose how we can actually help to support the body. Mira has here beautiful things that you can take a look and you can choose whatever works to you if you wouldn't mind just about. Yes, thank you. So we have a level 1, and in level 1, every single thing is included. So you have full hormone transformation support.
Basically, foundation that she just went and all 5 symptomatic release that she covered. Okay, meaning like 4 stress for, and then yes.
Yeah, so what is so important, because how do I help my body? What are the things that I change? And I just want to go back from the beginning, what I said. It's so important to understand we are all at different stages. It's better to make step 1 and go and move and make changes that my body and myself is allowing me to do, than do nothing. So just be mindful of that. So with the number 1, and you can see and read on the papers, it's like basically where you have every single thing that's covered. So you have foundational wellness support, stress and nervous system support, sleep and recovery support, energy and metabolism support, cravings and emotional balance support, hormonal balance support as well. Level 2, it's foundational wellness. That's a build the foundation first. And that's for the women and men who wants the true wellness starts with supporting the body daily at the foundational level. So it includes core wellness supports for digestive, immunity, inflammation, stress, resilience, energy, overall vitality. And the third level, it's a targeted symptoms support. So if you want to work specifically on one thing, let's say stress and emotional balance, or you want to work on a sleep, how can I incorporate the things and enhance to have a better sleep? Or you craving an energy, that's the third level. And choosing your path, you don't have to do it all at once. Start where you are, and we will walk with you where you have a beautiful support from the community and someone guiding you and helping you going through it, which is very important. So we already spoke about the full hormone supports. That's all in Healthy Habits Kit. and plus all 5 targeted solutions. So stress, sleep, energy, cravings, and metabolism, hormonal balance. That's the most complete support, deep, comprehensive, transformational. Foundational wellness, we already touched. It's healthy habits kits. So it's your daily foundation. And you are looking to have support with the stress, sleep, energy, cravings, and metabolism, hormonal balance as well. And then we do have third one, which is targeted support as well. So that's the end of our presentation today. And I just want to thank you for coming and showing up for yourself. You can take a look at the things, and I would love to help you out. If you know what do you want to target it, we can talk more about that privately. And thank you for coming.
There's one question.
Oh, there's absolutely.
Yes, so there's a question. What are your thoughts around sage oils?
Oh, sage oil is one of the bestie. So for hormonal imbalances, it's really helping and supporting the body. It's getting in the body that it's removing the things that should not be there. And it's one of the main oils for hormonal imbalances. So when I'm using the different things, if I'm making clary sage was in the little perfume that you had. So I want to make sure I'm supporting my hormones. And that's what I'm using. And if I'm doing and targeting specifically what's going on in the body and what is missing, especially with the hormones imbalances, clary sage will be one. Ylang ylang. Geranium is one of my favorite because it really helps with the body, and the smell is just like, that's my perfume. And if I'm making different things, like I'm always looking how I can target what is missing in this case for hormonal imbalances, for sure. You're welcome. If there's any other questions, I would love to, me or Mira or Dr. Garrison, to respond to them. And thank you for coming.
Any question? Oh, a million probably.
Yes, I can. I have no problems.
To answer them, some of them,
Okay, I invited my friend, I don't know if she's online or not, but probably go by. She has polycystic ovarian syndrome. And she's fairly young, one child. I don't know if what would be your direction, how to start?
Yeah, what I will do, we always address what is the root cause. I wouldn't go specifically just on that. I know borax bath will be one thing that I will be doing absolutely. And there is a myrrh oil that really helps with that. So you want to make sure, how do we reduce the toxins and what is the reason of why did she get the cysts?
I talking to her, she's eating organic food, plant-based, not organic,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yes, that's absolutely, that's amazing. So she's already making a step ahead and she's taking organic food. I would say organic plant-based, it's absolutely amazing and the best way to go. But we know if you take an apple and you bake an apple and you take the seeds, you're never going to grow the apple tree. If you take raw apple and you eat it, you're getting all vitamins, minerals, enzymes, everything that's in that apple, and you can actually grow the tree. So raw would be the best way. And I would go clean the body and looking to target opening detox pathway so that actually toxins have a place that they can come out. In most cases, people have stagnation. Lymphatic system is really stagnated. The toxins are just circulating around. So I will make sure that I'm working on a detox. But while I'm working on detox, I want to make sure I have a good foundation. So it's the same thing. If you have nutrition is like the very, very important. So let's say if you have a garden, like right now it's a gardening time. We need to pick up those weeds first. So that's the way how we can go and slowly reduce it. And it's important to go do it slowly so we are not damaging. But then we need to put the good nutrients in. If I'm detoxing, but I'm not putting whole food. VMG is one of my top notch. One thing that I think everyone should be on. I'm hiding it from my children because Nina can go through the box in 1 to 2 days. And
Next one we'll share VMG.
in the next, so it's vitamins, minerals, greens, antioxidants.
We were going to do that because it's so long class. We wanted actually to have 45 minutes, so you can all kind of regurgitate whatever we are talking about. But it's still, I think we are over 1 hour easily. Okay, and then we try to kind of shorten the thing and kind of leave some for next time, because otherwise we'll just stay here all night to kind of explain everything. But basically, foundation is 2 options that most of our patients go for. So there is VMG, which comes in little pouches. One that you just tried was this. Okay, it's a little pouch.
Advantage.
Okay? And this is Meta Power Advantage, and that's for kind of metabolism, cravings, and Dr. Garris, help me out here. Collagen, you know. I'm learning this stuff, so I'm learning a lot of functional medicine stuff, but it's not my expertise, so I have to rely on these lovely ladies to help me out. And then BMG is
Vitamins, minerals.
green. So this is your foundation. So it's not only cleansing your body, like a lot of people, they use different products to kind of cleanse. What these guys do simultaneously while cleaning, they keep the window open at the same time. So they are also slowly and gently working on the liver and kidneys, which most often, as Lola mentioned, and very thoroughly Dr. Garris explained to us. We'll go more depth how that kind of whole system connection work. So it actually makes them more, brings the nutrients to them, so that actually those organs are more lively. So they are more like perky, so they can actually do their job rather than being like, whatever, leave me alone, I can't be bothered with you, okay? That toxin comes, it's okay, whatever. So they just, what they do, she explained, okay? So,
Sorry. Myrrh oil is very important. Rosemary, thyme, clary, sage, because there's too much. Is she eating meat, chicken? Yeah, like because she has too much estrogen, and there is a reason. Plastic, we have to try to reduce plastic as much as possible. There's estrogen in the air, like there's in so many sources, but the borax bath will be something that's absolutely needed, and really great. Yeah, like I can do the protocol one-on-one with her and set up all informations. And I would love to ask Dr. Gerson if she will add something to it as well.
long story, but
So how it goes in the petrol. So like usually we are doing assessment policies, so we need to see how like the person, what is the size of those, and then how deep in the cycle is disrupted. So is it regular still or when it's absent or so. And I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah.
So in trying the process and like in general, all of those sites like the stress and hormones and the support of these probably
yeah, basically, what we are trying to say, all those conditions that are all curable. It's not that once you get the condition, most often it just meant to just keep rolling and you take stuff to sort of just suppress the symptoms so you don't feel them while you are accumulating more toxins in your body and you're actually clogging it more. Okay, the way we work and how we think, what we know, that body is self-healing organism. Okay, so when you cut yourself, it just heals. Okay, you don't need a doctor unless it's huge, unless you do something and like you infect it or you do something and then it's a problem. Otherwise, we all know it's going to heal. What do? Put it together. Don't put any dirt on it. It just heals. Exactly same thing happens inside of the body. Exactly same. Okay? It just we are confused because we don't see it, and it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Well, the same thing. Keep it clean. Okay, number one. Number one, and supply things that needs. So in this case, you need oxygen for the healing. You know that if you kind of put too much, I don't have good example at the moment, but basically you wanna have good circulation, good oxygenation of tissues, and that's it. That's all to it. Okay, so most of the conditions are treatable unless you wait for it to fully be destroyed, and then nothing can be done. Okay, but otherwise, that's what we are here for, to transform lives. Okay.
Borax bath is so important. Many people don't understand cyst. It's pre-cancer state. It's absolutely possible to heal and get rid of that. Yeah, it's not nothing to scare, but it's very important to be aware. Even the cancer, it's just the garbage that has been collected with so many toxins, unhealthy food, chemicals. So it just comes as one garbage, all, and then too many suppressed emotions. So it comes together, and what is so important is to keep taking those things out, which we do to opening the detox pathway, and just getting rid of that. It's nothing to be scared of. Like that's what the body is communicating. Okay, you came to this stage, so let's go back to the root cause, not just like taking the and patch it and just do it. So that's in my view. I mean, and we have so many great results. People that healed with a 4-stage cancer and with so many different things. It was one of a lady who had she had a pre-cancer state, and they just wanted to do like to trial and see experiment, and she healed completely. It was amazing. Like she couldn't have a second child. She got 2 or 3 kids after. So everything is possible. Body is talking to us, but we just have to learn to listen to our body. What is it saying? What is it speaking to? I hope so it
Any
helped.
other questions online? We can
There was
just.
one question, but it's like a whole pair. Yeah.
So, someone had like a very long question. So for that one, maybe if you can leave your phone number or email address so that we can contact you, and maybe we need a little bit more time to go through it. And we have a free discovery visit, so Dr. Garris can book with you free consult, and she can just give you some sort of suggestions what the best course of action might be for you. Okay, guys, you're not eating
Yeah, do you want to?
because they are cancer, not.
What's yours? Is gas? Is gas? Is gas?
Okay, so I think we are going to say bye to online people, because we'll just hang around here, and guys, too bad for you to come in person, because we'll be chatting without you. Okay, bye bye, good night. We are turning
Maybe
off to
people would rather not for everyone to
live.
listen, right? That's
Yes, go ahead with the question. I haven't been.
yeah. Like I'm like,
The only one talking.
can you turn on the? Because no, don't worry. I think it's more intimate.
Yeah.
And like to go out and like go, that's why I was like, turn it off so we can chit chat. And what is the beauty? It's community support.
Okay, there's one more question from YouTube. Would it be okay to answer or no? It says, could you share a few more examples of how you reduce or avoid toxins in your daily life?
Should I go?
Yes, I mean, we can just.
The clicker.
Keep talking, that's fun.
The clicker. We have it there. Lola, you wanna run?
Yeah, I
We
can.
do
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. I can say.
So this is it. So could you share a few more examples of how you reduce or avoid toxins in your life? You mentioned that you make your own laundry detergent, which I found really interesting. Just curious.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for such a valuable question. I'm just gonna go
We
to
will
my
have a
cat.
special class
on sort of those cleaning products.
Yes.
But
I will just say what I'm using in my life and don't get stressed. Everyone is at different stage, and I really need to mention it because people, when they hear, they're like, "Oh my God, I cannot do that." I make most of my things from skincare. I make 3 fresh meals, all the things. So let me just go back a little bit. You are
so we are not
hard.
taking her as a, like, I'm gonna slowly doing some of the stuff that she does, but that's why we chose her.
She's on this.
She just, and she's like a star, so yes.
I just want to say I'm homeschooling mama, and it's very challenging. It's not, plus I'm running 2 different businesses, doing housework, all the things. It's never easy. Someone else does different things. I do have a high standard when it comes to the food, cleaning the things, and like everything that comes. So most of the time, like what we try to do, that we have 0 plastic in the house. So remove those plastic bottles, have stainless steel bottles that you can reuse them. My kids, they know as soon as they get up, they wake up, they put lemon, ginger, grapefruit, wild orange, because that's even like giving them freshness. It's cleaning the liver. So on daily basis, that's how I support my body. I do take like a VMG, that's like a main things, like that helps me support me to have energy and do all of these things. So it's not like I'm God made and I can do every single thing just like that. And many people, they don't have energy, but I make sure that I'm cleaning my house with a natural thing. So there's 0 chemicals when it comes to that. doTERRA has
And she says
absolutely
the users
amazing.
running all day, like literally I'm on the phone sometimes with her, and she's locking the house, and she's telling kids, I don't know how many do you have, but they like, oh, diffusers, right? So they like 2 of them, they're running, but they live this life too, so it's.
They know we make the
Yeah.
things. If I want to make
Compare
toilet pots, dishwasher pots, laundry detergent, and we can have a class just about DIY, how we can, reduce toxics from the house. If I want to make my soap, doTERRA has, I can say that they have the cleanest products out there when it comes to, let's say they have On Guard, which is really like the number one when it comes to building strong immunity, killing bacteria, viruses. During the COVID time, it was like the number one. So many people use On Guard hand wash as a shower gel. It has a perfect pH, and some other people make the things like me, but you don't have to make everything. And it's just that I do have really high standard with it. But I will start with removing all toxins from the house. Remove the plastic. There's like beeswax wraps. You can pack your sandwiches or whatever you are using. Take the stainless steel containers, glass. Like try to think how you can get rid of all plastics that you have. Second thing is like one of the things when I left the house, I put in the bed, I made my own Serenity spray, like calming, balancing, and I put on the pillow. And then I put diffusers already ready with all these oils for calming, and I turn them on before my husband and kids comes in. So if you go bare
I
feet,
use diffuser every night.
diffusers, that's like the number one. But when it comes to cosmetics, I make all my own things, like from mascara, from hair growth, like the shampoo, conditioner, like all of those things. So just try, the more you take out, and
And you can definitely contact us, and then.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to have a schedule of class, and let's say if you want to choose different topics or any of you, just give us ideas and we can go more deep into it, because I just want to make sure I give and we give attention
More time
to
to people that are in person. But we're definitely for anything, you can just leave us your contact information, and we'll contact you and see how we can support you and help you, okay? So we're just going to close now.
No, that's it.
Yes, just leave your contact. That's pretty much all I can say. And or so you have our phone number 905-232-0545, or email hello@hl 3.ca. Okay, so there you go. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for joining us.
Sorry, and I think it's too long and it's so important to give, I didn't want to say priority to you guys because